Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, November 8th. It's 2:42 p.m. here in the Arizona desert where it's raining, which is unusual. First rain of the season of the winter. All right, check it out. Fiat is cruising into crypto today, as you can see in this rather unscientific, beautiful little animation. Hey, people are buying crypto, and that fiat is definitely cruising into crypto, both over the counter, retail, big financial house, banks, etc. All right, Bitcoin up 3% last 24 hours, coming in at 15,188. Ethereum not only over that $400 psychological barrier, it is at 449 right now, up over 3%, about to break that 450 psychological barrier. Hey XRP fans, finally slightly over 25 cents. Bless you. I'm glad you're having a good day. Link up 6%. In general, a beautiful green day in the market. Cardano and LTC definitely showing up for work today. It's a nice thing to see. The volume today, 1.8 billion. If I round that out to 1.9 billion, that is pretty rocking. This is a Sunday, okay, during a time of trepidation, uncertainty, heartbreak, and euphoria, okay, here in the US at least. So here's the deal. This is an odd day, a Sunday, during an uncertain week next week. Doesn't matter where you fall on the spectrum. I don't care what you think, what you might be certain of. It is an uncertain week ahead here in the US. 1.9 billion almost in volume for Bitcoin. This is cool, okay? This is unique. Binance, over 1 billion, of course, so that is on Binance. And I will note, Grayscale, huge financial institution, buying crap tons of Bitcoin, and I don't think they'd be buying that if they're getting ready to take a loss. And let's face it, the big money always knows which way things are going. Bitcoin longs versus shorts, 54%, longs 45%, shorts. Hey, it's pretty close, but I'm going to call that a sentiment for long. But with that said, this morning we had a little bit of a dump. Now we are recovering. So it is a green candle today, but it's definitely been it's been back and forth a little bit. Was it red today at all? Yeah, it's red right now. So anyway, green candle today. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Look at this beautifulness right here on the MACD. MACD was slanting down yesterday, but now it's tilting back up. The histogram is widening once again. On the daily chart, we are still on a rocket ship to Pluto. I mean, we have if I was to draw a channel right now, even though it's a very, very steep channel, let's just kind of give it a shot, a channel. Let's see, let me correct that a little bit so I can move this. Yeah, look at that. I mean, daily channel, pure rocket ship to Pluto. It's beautiful. And if we think about it, where we are right now for a daily chart, when we are basically kind of revisiting that heartbeat, that mid-range of the channel, the dotted line there. So kind of natural, still a very powerful chart on the daily. Let's look at this chart. I love the MACD for Bitcoin. Let's look at this chart here on a 4-hour. You can see still beautiful, beautiful uptrend. The MACD did turn negative yesterday, especially with that dump and the uncertainty of this morning where wasn't sure which way it was going to go, but we are definitely closing towards positive and we are above the mid-range here on the 4-hour chart. Let's look at extremely immediate price action, the MACD for that. Okay, wow, look at that. We're bouncing off the heart line there and beginning to come back down again. We're basically just, meandering up that beautiful upwards channel on the 2-hour chart. And if you notice, look at that. We have we're gotten above the mid-range of the channel and we've turned positive. That's definitely a good immediate price action when you're looking at Bitcoin. 2-hour MACD is good to go. So 2-hour MACD positive, 4-hour probably soon to follow, and the daily has been positive with a slight downtick yesterday and now a slight uptick today. With that said, looking at the 4-hour chart with all my little fancy indicators, super guppy. EMAs are all green and beautiful. We had that dump yesterday, a little bit of an uncertain move upwards today, but definitely we do seem to be on the way up today. Directional index is green. ADX is heading down, but still well above 25. I'd like to see it. It's at 29, almost 30 right now. Stochastic and RSI definitely have room to move up there in a good spot. So this upwards trend could definitely continue. Looking at the same thing on the 2-hour chart. All right, boom. Both the 4-hour and the 2-hour are well above the 200 moving average. They have beautiful, they're in a beautiful upwards channel here. And all is looking just kind of in general beautiful. A very, very slight but green directional index. ADX is definitely trending down at a 15. Our stochastic RSI on the 2-hour chart definitely is at the top, beginning to turn down a little bit. So, we are, if we look here, if I do a little box here, you can kind of see where we are, creating a bit of a sideways motion there. I'm kind of curious, if I was to turn on the visible range index here, let's look at that. Yeah, up here around, right above us, top of the line here, top of the candles recently here in the 2-hour chart, right around 15,500. We definitely have created a nice bit of velocity there for buy-sell volume. So I would say if we look at our closest spikes in buy-sell volume, around 15,500 we've got one, and then below around 14,800 or 900 we've got one. So magnetic attraction either of these directions for sure. There's more volume, more buy-sell volume above us, which tends to mean we're going to go that way. Yeah, looking at the 4-hour chart, pretty much the same thing. 15,400, 15,500 is a pull above, and then below we've got about 14,800, 14,900 looking at the 4-hour chart. So, pretty much we're good to go. We got more buy-sell volume above us than right below us. Looking at the legendary 45-minute chart, as you can see, I think it was yesterday, we did have we dumped a bit, and we did make an incredibly predictable bounce off the 200 moving average. That is wonderful. The 45-minute chart is magic for Bitcoin. And as you can see, we wicked right to the 200 moving average, boom, and we turned around. I had confidence in that. Believe it or not, I had a buy sitting there waiting, and I got it. We cranked up, and then of course today it's been a little bit weak, but overall not too bad. Still above the 200 moving average. The 45-minute 200 moving average is definitely a spot you want to watch. We are above it, and we continue to have upwards momentum above it for the moment. So I'm feeling pretty darn confident. Look at that. That is upwards movement right now. So we're looking good. Directional index is flat. ADX is not where we want it, but also do note the stochastic and RSI are at the bottom of the channel. Wouldn't surprise me if they start turning up. In general, the chart looks pretty strong. So tomorrow's Monday. Get ready. Next week is gonna rock in the markets, and it's gonna just rock in general. Take care.